Breaking news, breaking news. We have some breaking news from the southern U.S. border with Mexico. A rancher was killed by an IED device planted on the Mexican side of the U.S. border. This is a rancher from Brownsville, Texas. And on the other side of the border, his vehicle, boom, blew up. Let me share some information about what exactly happened here. Check it out.
New at 4, State Agriculture Commissioner Sid Miller is warning about cartel violence along the Texas-Mexico border. Now, this comes after a U.S. rancher was killed by an IED just across the border from Brownsville. Miller posted to social media, writing, "The cartels aren't going away just because the border is closed. If anything, they're likely to escalate." Reporter Santiago Quiseto spoke with the victim's son, who calls this attack on his father terrorism.
A man who created a lasting legacy through his family and his ranch. That's how Ramiro Céspedes wants his dad to be remembered.
He was always worried about, some cattle that he has.
A trip to his ranch on Friday in the Santa Rita area of San Fernando, Tamaulipas, ended up being his last. Céspedes was driving his pickup truck on the ranch when authorities confirm he drove over and set off an explosive device.
I got anger, I'm sad, I'm confused, I'm in shock.
Ramiro is a U.S. Army veteran who served several missions in Iraq and Afghanistan. He was injured by an IED on his deployment and says he could never imagine his father would fall victim to one back home on his ranch.
I consider this a terrorist attack, because if I went to a war to fight terrorists and I'm seeing the same thing here, to me, my personal opinion, it is a terrorist attack.
Also inside the truck were Horacio Lopez Peña and his wife Ninfa Griselda Ortega, two of Céspedes' longtime friends. Channel 5 News was able to confirm with Tamaulipas State Police Lopez also died in the explosion. Ortega survived but was injured. Tamaulipas State Police were not able to provide us with her current condition. The government of Tamaulipas has recently warned people of explosive devices on rural roads near the border between Reynosa and Rio Bravo, heading south to the limits with San Fernando and Vallehermoso. In an interview with Channel 5 News, a Tamaulipas State Police spokesperson assured the IEDs are placed by organized crime to keep opposing factions off their territory.
Well, Commissioner Miller is now encouraging everyone in the agriculture industry to stay vigilant, remain aware of their surroundings, and report any suspicious activity to law enforcement.
A urgent statement coming from Texas Department of Agriculture Commissioner Sid Miller. Commissioner Sid Miller warns Texans on cartel violence near the Texas-Mexico border. A tragic and alarming incident occurred near Brownsville, Texas, where a U.S. citizen and Texas rancher was killed by an improvised explosive device, IED. This shocking act of violence highlights the growing threat posed by cartel activity along our southern border. I urge all Texas farmers, ranchers, and agricultural workers who travel to Mexico or operate near the border to exercise extreme caution. The Lower Rio Grande Valley, LRGV, is a crucial part of the Texas agriculture, and the safety of our agricultural community is the utmost importance. We cannot overlook the rising violence that threatens not only the lives, but also the security of our farms, ranches, and our rural communities. I encourage everyone in the agricultural industry to stay vigilant, remain aware of their surroundings, and report any suspicious activity to law enforcement. Additionally, you can avoid dirt roads in remote areas, refrain from touching unfamiliar objects that could be explosive devices, limit travel to daylight hours, stay on the main roads, and avoid cartel-controlled regions. Our agricultural family is the backbone of Texas, and we must do everything we can to protect it. Very dangerous along the southern border. And we've been hearing those warnings for the last month that the cartel is going to ramp up retaliation against U.S. citizens, U.S. government for securing the border. And they say, the authorities said, IED devices or drones with improvised explosives on the drones being dropped into communities. Crazy stuff going on the border. So it makes me not want to go there and cover it anymore, considering all those dirt roads around the unsecure border wall. Cartel or coyotes could start planting bombs, and you will never see it. And boom, next thing you know, scary times ahead. Hopefully they catch whoever did this and bring them to justice, swift justice, the full extent of the law. We'll be monitoring this situation. We'll be monitoring to see if there's any other drone attacks or IED attacks on the southern border. Stay safe out there, my friends. We cover border coverage 24/7, 365 on JLR Investigates. If anything else breaks about this, you will hear it here. We will talk soon. Stay tuned.